My client and I, we're on a bit of a journey. This is her second appointment with me and she's come back with just 2 nails missing, and that's a win in my eyes. She's been a nail biter pretty much her whole life, so this is what we started with at her last appointment. But we're working together to build a little bit more structure into her nail so that she can have a nice, short, natural nail. And her goal is just for her nails to be a little bit less flared out than they are here. So we want to pinch in those sidewalls and grow out that hyponychium. And the way we're going to do that is through regular manicures. Nails like these that do have quite thick cuticles, I take extra time to make sure I'm separating that off the nail plate, and that way when I go in with my flame bit here, it's not going to get caught on any of that skin that we want to remove, and we'll get a much cleaner finish. When I'm working with smaller nail beds like this, it's really important to remove any of that cuticle and really take your time with this, because this is what's going to make such a difference in the final look of her nails. You can really see by lifting up that cuticle and separating it off the nail plate and cleaning out underneath it, it's going to expose so much more of that natural nail, and this is already going to make her nail beds appear longer. A regular manicure is going to help this client achieve her nail goals for a few reasons. The first being, it's just hard to bite your nails when you have gel on them, so it's kind of like a barrier. 2, by removing any of this skin around the cuticle area, it means there's less to pick at, so my client's less likely to pick at the skin, but it's also going to help change the structure of her nail. You can see this middle finger here is really flat and it almost scoops out on the sides, and the reason for that is that there is no natural C-curve in this nail because it has been bitten so many times. So by adding our hard gel layer over the top, that's going to help hold the sidewalls together as the nail grows out, so at each appointment it's going to appear less flared out and less scooped, which in turn is going to make this nail appear longer and narrower. Because I am using a hard gel today, I like to go in with a really thick layer of my base coat, which is what I'm doing here. Because hard gel is quite rigid and has no flex to it, I do like to put a thick layer of the base coat so that there is still a little bit of wiggle room before going in and building my apex with the hard gel. Today I'm using a clear one from American Creator. These are my favorite hard gels ever, and I'm positioning this gel in a way to make this nail appear a little bit less flared out. If you want more details on this, I do have an online course which goes further into detail. When I'm working with hard gel and honestly soft gel these days, I like to do any of my filing and shaping at the end after the gel is applied, because I find this gives you a much cleaner finish, and I'm also just going to go ahead and refine the structure to make sure it's exactly how I want it. Like I said, this nail does scoop a little bit, so I'm making sure that that isn't obvious once we've built our structure. Now, I'm going to be the first to say these nails are not going to look perfect today, and they probably won't even look perfect next time, but it's kind of like going to the gym. You don't go once and expect to have a six-pack. Similar goes with your nails. Like I said, it's a journey. I'm really happy with our results so far at our second appointment, and I'll make sure to film the next one so you guys can stay updated on my client's journey, but I'll see you then. Bye.